All right. Welcome back to the Shades of Blue Soccer Show. I have Christian Duke with me, and he's actually traveling to the game right now. How you doing, man? How's the travel?
It's good so far. We just started to make a pit stop at the gas station, but walk around it a little bit, get our legs going, and we got probably another 5 hours, I think, until we're in Indianapolis. So it's going well so far, though.
Going to so this is the first game back after stoppage in play for you guys. How has it been to get back training and know there's a game coming up?
Yeah, it's been good. We've been training for a while now, and when we first came back, with the individual sessions, mentally not knowing when we'd play and what would be next in terms of the season. I think that for us mentally was tough, but now that we have games and meaningful training sessions and leading up to games, I think the mentality from the group has been fantastic, and our preparation has been very, very good leading up to this. So we're excited to get back on the field and get back playing.
I know like everybody had to, people were working from home and all these other things, but for an athlete, for a player, it's got to be so frustrating to not be able to go be part of that training with each other and all that stuff. I mean, how relieved were you when you could finally just get out and practice with other people on a regular basis?
Yeah, it was like I said, during that time when we weren't able to be together, we were doing individual workouts on our own, and you can only push yourself so much. But when you get with the group of guys and the coaching staff, the intensity raises just that much more. And it's been for us, as an athlete, that's what we thrive around, and that's our competitive nature is to be around other people and training environments. So it's been exciting, and we're very, very excited for tomorrow.
Any thoughts on the how Indy is going to play? Any preview of what that game is going to be like?
Yeah, we watched the game from Indy last week against St. Louis, and we did our homework, and I think we're very prepared to take them on. And they're a very pacey team that likes to get the ball between lines and go forward quickly. And we've done a very good job, I think, in preparations for tomorrow and leading up to the game to combat what they are going to try to do, but maintaining what we want to do and play our style too.
That's pretty much traditionally like Sporting's mentality is we come out and play our style, and we try to impose that will on other people, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
At the same time, you got to still be wary of guys like Tyler Pasher, your former teammate. I mean, how's it going to be to go up against him?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Tyler's a great player, and he's on fire right now. And we did our homework against him, and it's going to be interesting because the last time I stepped on the field with him, he was on our side. So it's going to be. I'm going to have a few words with him before, and but when we step between the lines, it's all business.
Yeah, friendly before and after, but not between, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Again, I never played at your level, but I know when I played against former teammates, I always wanted to give them just that little extra shot, maybe a little elbow to the ribs, nothing hard, right? But you just want to remind them you're there. Is that the same for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna definitely let him know he's got a little bit more pace than I do, so I gotta find a couple of tricks up my sleeve to be like, hey, not today.
Well, not that you're a slow guy, but you were always struck me more as the smart guy. You knew where to be more than you had to outrun somebody to get there. Is that a fair description of you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think with the experience that trying to find ways to supplement some other players' strengths against my not so much strengths, I think is something that experienced players can do. So.
Cool. I understand you've been doing a fair amount of coaching. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so I'm working with the academy boys within Sporting KC, and it's been exciting to learn that side of the game as well. And the Sporting KC's academy staff is doing a fantastic job, and just being in an environment around them and learning from them it's pretty cool because, can also help me possibly in my next chapter. And it's a cool experience for me as well because within playing with the second team, there's a lot of academy guys on the second team. So just continuing that culture and bringing those guys to get to their next step as well, I think has been very cool for me just to learn that side of the game.
And I know like Sporting has, very much stressed the, academy to the second team, to the first team mentality. And it seems like now it's kind of coming another circle around because you have Naga coaching the second team, you helping coach academy kids. I mean, is that like that full circle of everybody building that culture and building a better team?
Yeah, I think that's what they want from the top is, maintaining the culture and, letting the young guys know that, hey, there's a pathway and the development process is here. If you guys have the right mindset, right mentality and right attitude, then, that's what we're here to do is help get players up to the first team and, continue to build that winning mentality throughout from the top to bottom. So I think it's pretty cool that, Sporting does a good job in doing that.
I know I had a friend of mine who had kids train from you, like doing personal lessons. Was that kind of like that first step into, doing more of a team sort of coaching?
Yeah, I think the private lessons back a while ago is something that, was kind of an entry step into more of a team aspect. With the one-on-one stuff, you focus on the details and the technical ability, but you bring a team together, there's a lot that you have to combat. And I think that step for me at the beginning was kind of entry step to where I want to be, working with more teams and doing the tactical and technical sessions to make the team as a whole better.
When you're with the academy now helping them, are you focused on like a certain age group, or are you kind of doing like all the different age groups, showing them?
With the academy right now, I'm focused more on the younger kids, but with 17s and 19s, everybody's out there helping. So it's pretty cool. I go from our practice from about 2 to 3:30 during a normal season, and then go right back out to the fields to help out with the 17s, 19s, and then 12s, 13s, 14s, and 15s. Train a little bit later after the 19s. So I'm there for quite a while, but it's an awesome learning experience, and I'm very fortunate to have this opportunity.
I know, like we talked earlier about how it was good for you guys to get back to play, but how hard was it for like the academy kids? Like, they're going to have all that energy. They're champing at the bit to go do something also. How hard was it for them, and what were you guys able to do to keep them involved in practice?
Yeah, so we've been having weekly Zoom meetings with them and doing footwork stuff so they can all be and see each other. Right now we haven't started back up yet, so it's still a little bit unknown in terms of what that might look for them. But I think for them, they've been doing a very, very good job of training on their own, and we've stayed in contact with them as much as possible throughout this unprecedented time, and hopefully go back to normal pretty soon.
Yeah, we all want to get back to some kind of normal pretty soon.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. At some point, I want to be able to like actually like talk to you and like interview you in person, or
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if we have to have masks on, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you probably get asked about this all the time, but have you got to train with your brother at all since you came back?
Oh, almost lost the computer. Yeah. So we first were in preseason. We played a game in Tulsa, and he played alongside me as an 8, and that was probably one of the coolest moments that I've had in my career. Just because we're 10 years apart, and he's kind of always looked up to me in terms of playing at a high level, and now the roles have somewhat reversed, and now I get to kind of watch him flourish and develop and grow as a player and a person. So to be able to play that game with him in Tulsa was, the reason I continued to play and the reason I wanted to continue and keep playing. So I thought it was very, very cool, and I'm very excited to see where he goes.
Was being able to play with him one of the reasons you came back to Sporting? I mean, I know you had opportunities probably elsewhere. You were doing well in Orange County, I think. So was that part of it?
Yeah, it was part of the decision making process, but I always wanted to be here in Kansas City with family and friends, and the organization itself has done and continues to do an unbelievable job. And to me, there's no place like Kansas City. Sporting is the top club in America, and that's Cameron. Playing with Cameron was a little bit part of the reason I came back, but just to be a part of this organization is a great opportunity.
I appreciate the time, man. Good luck in the game
Yeah,
tomorrow.
absolutely.
Is there anything I should have been smart enough to ask you today that I wasn't?
It was awesome. Covered a lot, and it was a great conversation to have with you, and it's always a pleasure.